Flicker it up.
Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So before we get started, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to subscribe to my channel because it would just mean the world to me. And tell everybody that you know to subscribe. If you want to get really social, you can find me on Instagram, Straight Flexin', Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, all under BEETABEAUTY, right here. So with that being said, let's jump into our review / demo. We're going to be talking about the Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Palette, and this is the packaging that the little contour kit came in. You just slip it out of here. It comes with this little insert, which just gives you like a rundown of how to slim and chisel your face and all that jazz. So it comes with 3 shades for highlighting and 3 shades for contouring. Retails for about $46. And let's talk about the brush. It doesn't come with it, but I definitely recommend purchasing it. I am obsessed with it. I have not stopped using it since the day I bought it. This is how it looks. And then this coffin comes out of this box, which I don't even know if it's necessary to have a coffin for my brush, but I guess they chose for it to have a coffin. So it's a dual-ended brush, and it's domed on this side for the highlighting, and then this tapered angle end for your contour. Guys, I love this brush. I think I mentioned it in my favorites video, but seriously, it is the most amazing brush. It's so soft, it's synthetic, it picks up color perfectly, and it blends color perfectly. So I think it is a must-have. I mean, you need to get it. And this retails for about $36. It's a little on the pricier side, but you get 2 in 1, and it's totally worth it. Like, I don't know what I did before this brush. I've had other brushes that are the same concept. They just have never felt this good and worked this well. We're not gonna talk about this brush any longer because the focus of this video is the palette, but my review on the brush would be a 5 out of 5 because it's perfect. Let's discuss the pros. It's superb pigmentation. It is super easy to blend with. It's really smooth. The texture is just creamy and buttery in a good way. It is finely milled, and that is part of the reason why when you put your brush to it, you get a lot of powder and fallout. But if you're using it correctly, you should not have an issue with that. I know I saw a lot of people complaining. It is the best formulation. That's actually how you want your powders to be because it doesn't just stick onto your skin. You can blend it out and work really well with it and give yourself a more airbrushed effect as opposed to it sticking to your pores and making it look all chalky. So that's one important thing to take into consideration. And also the color payoff is amazing. I'll do a little swatch for you guys so you can see. And it lasts a very long time. Sometimes I've had my makeup on my face for like 12 hours all day working, and everything else will start kind of going down south, but my contour stays on point. So that's another good thing. And overall, it's just super easy application. And again, that goes back to the product being so buttery and finely milled because you can work with it, blend it, and just make it look really seamless on your skin. And it's also really buildable, which is another important key factor in contouring powders because you want to build as you go. You don't want to just, when you apply it, for it to just stick because that's like the worst thing that could happen. Because of that, this palette makes it easier for beginners to work with it as well. These are more on the cooler side. It does pull warm on some skin tones, but for me, I love it because it is super cool. I just wanted to discuss this whole talk about how it looks muddy. Initially, I was terrified of trying it because I really thought like, oh my God, I don't want it to look muddy or whatnot. I found the only way that this is gonna look muddy is if you take too much product on your brush. And to prevent it from looking muddy, what you need to do, and I'm gonna show you guys in the demo, every time you dip your brush into the product, make sure to either dust it off, and tapping it off I don't think will just be enough. I would either go like this in the palm of my hand or on a flat surface towel, run your brush on its side, and then this will take the excess product off of it, so when you start applying it to your skin, it just comes on perfectly and there's no worries it won't look muddy. You could build on it. Let's move on to the cons. First and foremost, it's pretty annoying to work with this on clients because there's only a specific skin tone that can use this, which I would say would probably be between my shade and maybe 0.5 lighter and a shade darker that this would work on. When I work on clients who have really dark skin, it doesn't even show up. And then on clients who have really fair skin, it's just like way too orange for them. So that's a con. I really don't like the fact that it's not refillable. I use this middle color the most. So like if I want to rebuy this, I would have to buy the whole thing, and that's kind of annoying. I don't have the option of just buying the ones I use most, so I don't like that. But otherwise, the product quality is on point and I love it. My rating would be a 4.9 out of 5. And that's because, like I just said in my cons, I can't refill it. Before I start contouring my face, I'm just gonna take a large fluffy brush in this color right here, which is called Subconscious, and just warm up my face in the areas that I'm gonna be applying the contour so it's not just like a harsh line. I'm gonna take the tapered end of this dual-sided brush and contour around my cheekbones, make them look a little chiseled, and my forehead slightly. And every time I dip my brush in a color, obviously it gets powder everywhere. So I just wipe this off on a towel and then I go to work. And that way it gets all the excess product out. And to begin with, I have a pretty small forehead, so there's not really much I want to shade out around here. I just want to kind of make it a little more sun-kissed looking, I guess. Every time I apply the color, I also like to flicker it up.
Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist.
And since the product blends so easily, you can work with it pretty efficiently. So now that I have the base all laid out, I always go back in and take this color, and seriously guys, I know this looks terrifying, but it comes on not even close to this dark. It's called Sombre. I'm just gonna dip my brush in and again, wipe it off on a towel and apply it over what I already have. And this is just gonna help intensify and make the contour look a little bit more sucked in. And then I'm gonna set my under eye with the dome side, and I always like to take the color Lyric. For me personally, when it comes to my nose, recently I like to just use creams to contour and get the shape that I want for my nose, and then I set it with a powder. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I'll come back and show you how I use this palette to set it. And now I'm going in with the color Shadow Play again. And I'm just gonna run it down the bridge of the nose where I applied the cream. And this is gonna help set my contour so that it doesn't move throughout the day. Normally, if you like, you could apply any of these shades right here, but I don't like to highlight with these. I just like to set my under eye with these and also clean up my contour under here. So we're gonna do that. Let's take Lyric and just run it under the contour. And keep in mind, this is all preference. Some people like to use foundation, some people like to use loose powder. It just all depends. I find that this works if you're on the go and you wanna get ready super fast. So I'm gonna quickly apply my highlighter and my blush, which has nothing to do with this palette. So we'll just skim through that. Look at the contour, it's complete. This is the completed demo. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this review slash demo. If you want me to review and demo any other products, make sure to leave them below in the comments. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. And today we're gonna be talking, it's a 5-star in my eyes. I don't know about this.